Nigga, you ain't funny.
And here we are, once again, feeling lost now and then, breathing in to let it go. Look, that. We back in here for another beat. Today we gonna make an astral projection beat for Lil Uzi Vert. Liko. We're just gonna catch a fucking gnar, catch the wave, ride that bitch, hop on this and rage the fuck out.
Only lame niggas say that shit.
And as you can see, here we are in the dark. Oh wow. Bro, just fucking watch the tutorial, alright? The first sound that we added into this beat, 𝘀𝘂 space piano from 𝘀𝘀𝗍𝗀. Oh, he uses 𝘀𝘀𝗍𝗀 in every beat. You're not gonna fight me, I know that. So whatever. Talking about, oh, he used 𝘀𝘀𝗍𝗀 in every beat. So the first thing I added, this little piano MIDI effect. This is the same thing as FL Studio's randomized velocity. And then I added this fab filter, just took out some of the lows, some of the highs. After I added the EQ, I had to go ahead and add some delay. I just added a ping pong delay to kind of make the sound feel a little bit wider, more spread out. The final thing that I added to the melody, shaper box. I came up here, put it on 1/4 length, chose this preset, turned the mix down to 23%, turned the LFO on 80% just to make it smoother. With this shaper box effect, it's super subtle, but it kind of just adds like a little bit of a breathing effect to the melody in the background. So after I made that first pattern, I just made a variation. I literally just split the chords in half, kind of added a little bit of rhythm to the bottom. This just plays for certain sections. So for this next sound, all I did was I copied and pasted the MIDI and selected a different sound. I picked 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗃 from 𝘀𝘀𝗍𝗀. So the first thing I added to this sound was FabFilter Pro R3. This is one of my favorite reverbs, honestly. So I threw this on there. I just turned the mix down, turned the decay down, turned this up to chorus, and made the reverb a little bit brighter. Next effect that I picked was motherfucking Portal. Added a preset called Digital Tape Toys. It's a good way to add some unique effects too. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, and the last effect I added to that sound was the shaper box preset. I just put it on the 1/4 bar, put the mix to 50%, the LFO smooth up to 74%, and this is what that sounds like. Here's what the first two sounds sound like together. I then added an ARP from 𝘀𝘀𝗍𝗀. If y'all don't use the ARPs in 𝘀𝘀𝗍𝗀, you're tripping, bro. They're so fire. If I'm gonna be honest, the first time I heard that sound, I almost shit myself.
Uh-oh. Stinky poop.
It's a little bit sharp. How do you make sounds less sharp? I don't fucking know, but I threw halftime on that motherfucker. Here's the halftime setting that I use for the ARP. If you ever want to get some unique sounds from halftime, come mess with this knob down here. Like if you put it all the way on this 500 millisecond side, it adds like a cool little reverse effect from the original sound. So after halftime, all I did was I added EQ, took out some of the lows, took out some of the highs, and just took a big dip here because there was a really harsh, annoying frequency. Not gonna lie, I may have used 𝘀𝘀𝗍𝗀 for every sound in this melody, so kill me. So the first effect that I added to that choir was this shaper box. Just this preset, adjusted it to 1/8 rhythm, turned the mix down to 29% and 74%. The only other effect that I added was Pan Man, added 60% mix. And here's what that sounds like in context with the rest of the sounds of the melody so far. The last sound that I added to the melody was this granular electric mbira. So the first effect that I added to the bell was this EQ, just take out some of the lows and some of the highs. After I added the EQ, I added this crystallizer. I just turned the pitch up 1200 cents, just turned it up an octave. Kept it on 1/8 delay and then just turned down the mix a little bit. And after the crystallizer, I decided it'd be a good idea to add more reverb. Added another FabFilter Pro R, turned the space down, turned the mix down, turned the brightness up, made it a little bit far away. After adding that reverb, I decided I was just gonna add this little shaper box, the time preset, and just add a little tape stop effect at the end of it. Here's all of the sounds and context together. So after I added all those sounds, I decided to just add a perk loop. I didn't honestly like how that sounded in the loop, so all I did was reverse it to make it fit in better, and this is what it sounds like reversed. After I reversed the perk loop, all I did was added an EQ just to make it sound more textural. After I added the EQ, all I did was added Valhalla Vintage Verb. I went to the ambience preset, turned the decay down to 2.9, turned the mix to 26, and then turned the attack up to 96. Here's the entire loop in context. Now we move to the drums. First thing I added was this 808 called the Metro Spins 808 out of 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗀𝗯𝗀𝗀 stash kit. It's on Reddit, it's free, definitely get it. It has every sound ever made known to man. Here's the pattern for the 808. Make sure that you guys are also aware of where you cut your 808s because that's just as important as where they hit. After the 808, I added this rim called the Smack Rim from 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 stash kit again. So with the rim, all I did was I added this reversal effect at the end of the pattern just to make it sound like the rim is reversing into itself. After I added the 808 in the drums, all I did was I added in this generic rat kick. After the kick, I added an open hat. After the open hat, I added another open hat. After that open hat, I added the blur hi-hat from 𝘀𝘀𝗯𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 volume up, and I turned the decay down. I always turn the decay down because I feel like if you have the decay high on the hi-hats, it just sounds a little bit weird. Next thing I added, again from the Mike Zara stash kit, this bank effect. And last but not least, I just added a generic triangle. Here's what the drums sound like all together. That's it. It's as simple as that. If you want to make an astral beat, that's how you do it right there. All the tips, all the sauce, all of the information you need to enter the next dimension. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.